And if you don't bloom, you are going in the trash, going in the trash, going in the trash. Hey everyone, I'm here with Fred Clark and Carlos Lopez at Sunset Valley Orchids, and we're going to do another interview since I'm down here again, and why not? Alright, so first up, how's the weather down in sunny San Diego, guys?
Well, you just missed amazing July 4th weather. It was 115 in these greenhouses just a few days ago. So we're glad it's back to the normal 80 degrees now.
Yeah.
We were really cooking alive this weekend.
I would have melted had I visited just a few days before, I think.
Yeah, it was just this unbelievable heat wave like you haven't seen before in July.
Well, I've heard that the weather might be better in other places of the planet, and I've heard you might be going somewhere. Where are you going to go in the near future?
Oh, well, we're heading out to Australia, actually, at the end of this week, and there's a big orchid show out there, the Australian Orchid Council Show. It's going to be in Sydney, and so we're looking forward to seeing all our Australian friends, and we're taking lots of flasks, actually, to Australia to share our catasetums with everybody.
Nice. I saw a big pallet go off today, so you Aussies are really lucky.
They truly are. They truly are.
All right. So it's been show season lately, right? Have you, as an AOS judge, seen anything really remarkable? And you as well, Carlos. Have you guys seen anything really cool?
Well, Carlos is a student judge. He's getting started. We did see some nice things this spring.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the best things, I think, were the Australian dendrobiums we saw at Costa Mesa show.
Oh, those were really nice.
Those were excellent.
Very fragrant, by the way.
Yeah, really fragrant. And we saw some great cymbidiums at the Santa Barbara show. We had a beautiful cymbidium this year.
They sell lots and lots of cymbidiums down around there, right?
Yeah, it's real popular in that area. Yeah, good stuff for outdoor Southern California growing.
All right. Well, speaking of remarkable plants, your greenhouse is pretty remarkable. I wanted to ask you, what is your least favorite chore, keeping your greenhouse looking this beautiful?
Least favorite? Well, my least favorite chore is maintenance.
Maintenance?
Yeah, you sign up to grow orchids, and you don't realize you're also going to be a maintenance man. And so I tried to build everything so there's the least amount of maintenance possible, but every year you've got to dedicate some time to maintenance.
Anything you find tedious or unfun?
Well, nothing that I find tedious or unfun, because I think it's an honor to work here, but definitely during the summer months when it's time to water the catasetums upstairs, if you don't water them in the morning, you will be drenched in sweat mid-afternoon. So that's probably about it.
I was just in there, and you're like just sticky, like right away. It's very humid.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys work here, but how many people does it take to keep your operation running smoothly?
Well, Carlos is full-time, and we have some part-time help that work seasonally. Usually in the springtime it's quite busy, deflasking and everything, and so we have a couple ladies that come in and work on a part-time basis doing deflasking. And Carlos's dad has been helping out part-time also in the evenings for years.
That's how I really became exposed to orchids, so grateful for that.
Yeah.
Lucky to grow up right next to an orchid nursery.
Yeah.
What a great life.
Very fortunate, I must say.
All right. Well, what have you been up to in the greenhouse lately? This time of year, it's July. What's going on?
Well, we're really trying to get done with all the annual activities right now. So all the deflasking has been done, all the shifting from the small plants to the 3-inch pots is completed, and so we're kind of coasting. But then I got the wild idea that we should repot all my personal cattleyas. So Carlos has been working on this now for 2 full weeks, and he has completed 1/2 of 6 full benches. So at this rate, we'll be done in late August.
Right, so we got to get going on those.
Yeah, Carlos has been working hard on repotting today already, I saw, so good luck.
Oh, well, thank you. I
Good luck.
appreciate that.
All right. So your your catasetum list just came out, and I want to point out to everybody that Fred's got an email list that if you want to know when he's got the latest and greatest new hybrids, you can shoot him an email. He'll sign you up for it, and you'll be able to be the early bird, getting the worm of the best, prettiest catasetums.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be on the email list. You get the little sneak preview before the masses.
That's right, and you can plan in an Excel sheet what you're going to get. That's what I do.
Yeah, get ahead of the curve.
Well, I wanted to know, on your catasetum list, is there anything that you're extra excited about? Any crosses you're thinking are going to win?
Well, there's a lot of really interesting crosses this year. You know, every year as a breeder, you kind of like you're in a mood, you know. And so a few years ago, I was in the frilly lip mood, and so now I'm really interested in breeding smaller and more compact catasetums. So there's a lot of really good items like that. There's also hybrids with this catasetum species called Lucius. And Lucius isn't a small plant, that's a big plant. But it's unusual because it has really good flower life. And so for catasetums, to have flower life of 3 weeks or longer is a nice trait. And so there's 4 or 5 hybrids on that new list with Lucius that'll give that excellent flower life. And I think those are going to be real winners for people.
Well, all right. I love long-lasting flowers. I know on the Fred Clark Yaris, his namesake, the flowers last really long, and they're really nicely shaped too.
Yeah.
I have to ask though, speaking of moods, when are you coming out of your emo phase with all these black flowers, and when are you going to make pink flowers in the cataset phase?
Good question.
Oh yeah, I think you asked that last time you were here.
I always ask.
Pink is a tough color, so I'm compromising. So I have pink petals and yellow lips coming out.
I like
and so
that.
those are very nice, but solid pink is that's we're still moving in that direction, but haven't arrived. Good question. Yeah.
Oh man, I have a Mormodia Jumbo World that came out pink. It's like a really light pink instead of the bright yellow that it was supposed to be, and I'm trying desperately to make that never die because I love it so much.
Yeah, keep it alive. Yeah, I'm really excited about. He has Alexander Sava right now, and those are some beautiful rosy pink catasetums that are very fragrant. Yeah, they have nice freckles.
They're not like a pure pink, but they're from a distance they look pink, but they're heavily spotted pink, and those will be good. Those are. You're right, Carlos. Those are phenomenal. Those.
Yeah, I tried to get I tried to order some cross with that a year or so ago, but they were snatched up right away because everyone else knew how good it was.
Yeah, there's a new batch now.
That's exciting. Get some, but not before me. All right. Well, and the last question I want to ask today is, what's your best orchid or one of your top orchids this July, and would you like to show us?
The top orchid for July? Well, it's probably Laelia purpuratas. Although I don't have any for sale this cycle, there's some coming next year. Laelia purpurata is nice. There's a whole group down here. Let's go look at them.
All right, let's go.
So there you go. There's Carlos looking pretty good with the tray of flowers.
Here, Carlos.
Yeah, and
you gotta.
There you go.
Come over here.
Yeah, get up close.
They're nice big blooms.
Yeah, so this is the variety Flammea with the flares on it. You could also call it Flammea sanguinea because of the dark purple coloration. And so this is a batch from a couple years ago, and you can see how uniform they were. All came out very nice.
Oh, so these are all siblings of a cross, and they
all
came out really consistent.
Sisters,
Well, all right.
All right.
And I wanted to thank you so much, Fred, for having me down here.
Yeah,
I always
it's our
appreciate it. It's so much fun coming down. And thanks again, Carlos, for picking me up from the airport.
Oh, my pleasure.
And thanks for a great interview. It's really been lovely.
All right, fantastic.
Well, thank you for coming by.
Yeah.
I'm glad I could. All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching.
Bye.
We'll see you. Bye.